is on a Saturday morning. Kevin Naro on the call, back with some more softball action as we have the winner here. We'll take on San Benito for the championship at 1 o'clock. We have the Lady Diamondbacks taking on the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons in a rematch from yesterday's round robin day 1, as those were pool games played yesterday, and now day 2 is here. We'll have both games for you, a doubleheader here from San Benito High School. Again, the Lady Diamondbacks taking on Port Isabel. They went 1-1 yesterday. They beat Port Isabel 10-1 in their second game, and then in the third game they lost, and what was a wild one, they lost to San Benito. They lost on a late home run from Faith Rodriguez. She hit the go-ahead homer that sent Pioneer to the 10 a.m. matchup against Port Isabel. Reagan Staley, the starter in Game 2 yesterday, gets the nod here in the circle for the Lady D-backs. First pitch, and we are underway, is a strike from the sophomore Staley. Let's meet the starting lineup for Port Isabel. Leading it off is Whitney Zalowski. She's had a strong tournament. Lainey Mata batting second. Allison Gonzalez batting third. In the 4-hole, Selena Marchin. In the 5 spot, Mary Jane Cantu. Pitch misses outside, a ball and a strike. Alana Zimeno batting 6th. In the 7th spot, April Puente. In the 8-hole, Aaliyah Rios. And batting 9th is Athena Cantu. And then Alexa Vega will be the right fielder and the flex. Ball to the third base side, picked by Handy over to first and in time on a 5-3 putout. And there's one away. Zalowski retired. So Port Isabel, they're going to have their ace in the circle. Allison Gonzalez is going to be doing the pitching. She pitched well yesterday against Pioneer. The Lady Diamondbacks just continued to chip away. First pitch, finding the zone for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Lainey Mata. Alondra Rodriguez calling the balls and strikes. She's behind the plate. Alexia Balzan is the center fielder, and in the circle is Reagan Staley. That's straight up the middle for Coach Garcia's club. Again, the winner here will face San Benito at 1 o'clock. Not a rain cloud in the sky. It's a beautiful morning, really, for softball. This one hit the other way. 4-3 on the scorecard. 2 up, 2 down. Mata retired on the 4-3 putout. Allison Gonzalez will now come to the plate. Just a lot of wind, and the wind blowing directly in from center field, and there's a strong gust. So we saw this gust on Monday, in fact, against Hannah, just mixed in with colder weather, rain. And again, this gust is brutal, but you know, a lot easier to navigate through the game without the cooler temperatures and the wind. But we still saw some home runs Monday night, despite the gust coming in from straight center. So if one of these girls can hit it on a line with some pop, you know, the ball can fly. Gonzalez sends this one the other way. This one's back, over the wall, gone. Allison Gonzalez. She'll take the tour and touch them all. Speaking of the long ball, the senior comes through, and it's 1-0 Port Isabel. Opposite field power there from Gonzalez. There's one way to do it. Gonzalez had been swinging the bat well all tournament long. That's just beautiful hitting right there from the senior, and that ball carried, and again, going against the wind. Just mentioned, if there's enough pop on it on a line, well, that ball can go, and Gonzalez gets Port Isabel off to a good start on a solo shot. Selena Marchin now the batter. 4, 5, 6, Mary Jane Cantu waiting in the on-deck circle. Strike one looking. Kayla Monjaras, the first baseman. Caitlin Handy over at third. Corners of the infield. Middle infield for Pioneer. Ariana Ale is at second base. And Gadi Lopez, the shortstop. That's the starting defense for the Lady Diamondbacks. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Staley giving up the 2-run shot to the senior. Ball skips in the dirt. A ball and 2 strikes. And this is what we saw. I think the word we can use to describe this PI team is resiliency. And yesterday they came out, not their best game against San Benito. They lost in 3 innings, but they turned right around and they took it to Pioneer. It was a ball game until the latter half of that game where Pioneer just started to really flex their muscles. But like Coach Esparza and I were saying, it's a testament to, 1, these girls willing to fight, and 2, to Coach Dana Wise on keeping these girls mentally prepped. And look, they had a 10 a.m. yesterday, they had a 10 a.m. today, and those aren't not ideal, but fouls that one off. Count stays at 2-2. But then again, these girls, they play travel ball, they play year-round, they're used to the travel, the getting up earlys, 3-4 games in one day when they go to nationals, tournaments all year long. So I'm not worried about, are they tired? Are their legs a little heavy? No, they've done this plenty of times before. Although if you'd ask them whether they'd like to play at 10 or at 1, I think they'd go with 1 o'clock. Some of the Lady Hounds, while this game was getting underway, were arriving. They got their cones set up. I think they're getting set for some warm-ups. Coach Denise Lita and her staff always here bright and early. Lost her on the 3-2 pitch. Marchand draws a 2-out walk. Mary Jane Cantu now the batter. Yeah, you think we get here early? I'm not even sure if Coach Lita sleeps, her and her staff. They're always here bright and early. And everything's well organized and ready to go. The field was prepped up, the lines were painted. A ball and no strikes to Mary Jane Cantu, the starting third baseman. Cantu went 1 for 4. Their loss against Pioneer. She had legged out an infield single in the first, grounded out in the third and in the fifth, and struck out in the 7th. That was their first game against, or that was their second game against Pioneer. And then the first game against San Benito, Mary Jane only had 1 at-bat and flew out to the second baseman. Off speed, swing and a miss. The batter's out with the base occupied. That's a strikeout. Allison Gonzalez. Look at the replay one more time. The senior giving PI the lead. Midway through the first, Pioneer due up. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sharyland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Port Isabel jumping ahead on the Gonzalez solo shot. Game one of our doubleheader. Final day of the San Benito tournament. Game two scheduled for 1 o'clock. So let's meet the starting lineup. For the Lady Diamondbacks, leading it off is Alondra Rodriguez, batting second, Ariana Ale. In the 3-hole is the sophomore Gadi Lopez, batting fourth in cleanup is Kayla Monjaras. Fouls that one back for strike one is Rodriguez. Caitlin Handy in the 5-hole, batting sixth, Faith Nunez. In the 7th spot, Daniela Ortiz, batting 8th, Alexia Balzan. And in the 9-hole is DP. The 0-1 popped up to Gonzalez covering for out number 1. Brings up Ariana Ale. Glai Gomez batting 9th. That wraps up the starting lineup for Pioneer. Whitney Zoloski directing the traffic behind the plate. Her battery mate Allison Gonzalez towing the rubber. Pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Lainey Mata patrolling center field, out in left. Alana Zimeno, and out in right, Alexa Vega. She's also the flex. A ball in, no strikes. Pitch upstairs for ball 2. Pioneer, this is their 7th year as a program. 3 district titles, 3 by-district titles. So a team that knows a thing or two about winning a district title and winning a playoff game. And the catch is they meet the district across the way, Mercedes, Donna, BVM. So it's a Valley versus Valley matchup in the by-district round, much like it is in 6A with 32 and 31 6A. But then the second round, you have a little bit of a problem there, and that's when you run into Corpus Christi Carroll, Corpus Christi Veterans, Flower Bluff. You meet some pretty good teams in that second round immediately, and what most folks don't understand or they don't realize is that that second round matchup is equal to a third round matchup in Class 6A. It gets even harder in the 4A ranks for Port Isabel. Strikeout looking. Gonzalez whiffs her first batter of the morning. Now this brings up Gadi Lopez. Pitch, finding the river for strike 1. In Class 4A, it's already tough enough that the realignment had slingshot this Port Isabel district to face their buddies up north. So right out of the gate, they could get a Cal Allen, they could get a Toloso Midway. It's almost you're put in a position to where you need to win this district title to get a favorable matchup, say against a Sinton, they're tough, or even a Robstown who's made the playoffs these last couple years. They're a program that's been making some noise little by little. In other words, you make the road just as difficult for you. I mean, it's you want to avoid the 4th seed. In other words, unless you want to play Cal Allen in the first round, then good luck. But you know, you're forced to win this district to put you in a favorable spot to win a playoff game. Lopez, hard hit ball into right field. That's going to be a 2-out single from Gotti Lopez. She's aboard. Kayla Monjadas, the batter. I recently learned she's going to be playing her ball just up the road at Coastal Bend College, joining Alex Hernandez, former Lady Diamondback. She'll be rejoining her teammate up there along with Carla Ariano. A couple of RGV products playing at the JUCO level at Coastal Bend. Pitch outside for ball 1. Caitlin Handy in the on-deck circles. She's been playing third base here in this tournament. She did a tremendous job in the outfield last year, covering a lot of ground. At this tournament, in fact, Gonzalez falls behind, or no, it's going to be a strike. Last waning second, the home plate umpire called for a strike looking. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Popped up over the outstretched glove of Gonzalez. Nobody covering first. No one covering third. Late throw, heads up base running from Gotti Lopez. Runners are going to be on the corners. That's where the PFP comes into play for the kids watching at home. Right there, depending on where your second baseman is at, that's a second baseman's ball, but Gonzalez gave chase. Almost had it, but see, her first baseman, Puentes, got to retreat back to first and cover first. Just a little miscommunication there, but Gonzalez comes right back and pumps in a strike. No throw down to second. Monjadas with an infield single, picked by the shortstop over to first, and in time. Lady Tarpons wiggle out of some trouble there. We've played 1, we head to the second, 1-0, PI leads. You're watching Rio Sports Live.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again.
Welcome back, top of the second. Ball in the dirt. Staley, I tipped my hat to her yesterday. That was a tough performance against San Benito. Swing and a miss, a ball and a strike. The young sophomore still developing pitches, trying to find her way. She's in fact a transfer from out of state. So 1, she's learning pitches. 2, she's getting accustomed to her new buddies on the team. But I do like what I saw yesterday. She showed a lot of resiliency in the circle, and Coach Garcia, and I told him, I said, I like what you did yesterday with Staley was that you left her in the game, you let her go through those growing pains, you let her figure it out, because come district play, you're gonna have situations like that. And in the playoffs, you know, you jump into a best-of-3 series, you may need her to step in a game 2, maybe a game 3, whatever the situation may be. Pitch low in the dirt. We're talking about PFP, pitcher's fielding practice. That's something that has become a norm. I know when I played, it wasn't, high schools didn't use it that much, but I know that was one thing we always did. And it works on small things such as like communication, and you know where your first baseman's gonna be. As Gonzalez gets a strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts for Gonzalez. And you build that chemistry, particularly it's all in the infield. It's an infield workout. You run through different scenarios, you put runners on. Popped up, on the run, Lopez drops the ball, no play at first is safe, and an uncharacteristic error from Lopez, and Port Isabel is gonna have a runner on first. That is April Puente. That's gonna be an E6. Lopez had a good beat on it, the ball just went in and out of her glove. Looked like if it may have, she squeezed the glove too early, because one of two things can happen there. Is one, you can squeeze the glove too early, or two, the ball can come off your palm, and that's frustrating as an infielder. Leo Brios, the DP, batting 8th. Cantu in the on-deck circle. One down. Staley with a runner aboard. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll give you a shout out on the air. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Watch us on Facebook, Twitter, and follow us on Instagram. This one hit the other way. That ball is foul down the first base side. Last night, the San Perlita Trojans punched their ticket to the Elite Eight. It was a heck of a win by San Perlita. James Herrera going for 32 points. 33 points. 33 points, James Herrera. And I texted Coach Garza last night, and he's playing the best basketball of his career. A ball over Lopez's head. That's going to be a throwing error from Staley. And trouble brewing here in the top of the second. Runners on first and second. A little bit of a turbulent start defensively for Pioneer. Puente will be on second. Rios reaches on a fielder's choice. Cantu now the batter. One away, and a shot here for PI to extend their lead. Staley, strike one. You have to imagine that if Pioneer wins this one and they have the rematch with the Lady Hounds, we can play this game. We can potentially look at an Emily Delgado versus Alyssa Casanova matchup. Forced over at third, trying to turn 2. 2 away, runner still on first and second. Heads up play on the infield there to get the force at third. Rios to second, Cantu to first. On the fielder's choice. Back to the top of the order we go. Whitney Zalowski, the batter. 2 away. As well as Casanova is pitching. She's a power pitcher, and you can go power versus power with her and Emily Delgado in the circle. Yesterday, it's very possible that Coach Lita could lean towards her workhorse. They threw Megan Cavazos in game 1, and then they threw JK in the second game. And then in the 6th, Lita made the change and went to Faith Rodriguez. So she's keeping Delgado in her back pocket. correction on the count. It's a ball and a strike. Count goes 2-1. The runners will advance to second and third. Now both runners are in scoring position. The Lady Hounds are here. They're at the baseball field here to our right, getting ready for some warm-ups. Not even 10:30. They don't play till 1, but you know, they're prepped up and ready to go. That pitch outside for ball 3. Staley right now in a bit of a pickle. 2 outs, just needs 1 more out. Right here, if you're the sophomore, just find the river, put the ball in play, let your defense help you. Count runs full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. As we wrap up another week of coverage on a Saturday, we'll prepare for Monday. We'll see what happens. If Semperlita can win, they'll punch their ticket to the state tournament. They could play as early as Monday, Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see. Zalowski fouls that one back. She's 0 for 1. Curious, I should have asked this morning or late last night, what is Zalowski's on-base percentage? Because in every game we've done, she's reached base 2 out of 3 times, or all 3 times, whether it's a walk, whether it's an infield single. You know, Zalowski just has a knack for getting on the base paths. Here's the 3-2 payoff pitch, slapped the other way. There she goes again. Zalowski doing her thing, and an RBI single, and the line keeps moving. And good morning, Port Isabel. They're up 2-0. Zalowski, nothing fancy there, just using her hands, going the other way. Good piece of hitting there from Dano's leadoff batter. Swing and a miss for a strike. Runners on the corners, first and third. Filling in my scorecard on the RBI for Zalowski. A ball and a strike. Lainey Mata, the batter, 0 for 1. Strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Mata, the batter. Gonzalez awaits in the on-deck circle. Two balls, 2 strikes. Deuces Wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second. 2 runners on. And a 2-0 PI lead. The 2-2 just missing low for ball 3. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball to Staley, over to first, and in time for out number 3. PI adds 1 more. Midway through the second, Lady Tarpons lead 2-0. You're watching Real Sports Live.
More about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Bottom of the second inning, 2-0. Lady Diamondbacks with the lead and looking for more. First pitch swinging. Gone through there to make the catch. Quickly, there's one out. Faith Nunez retired on one pitch. Daniela Ortiz now the batter. Strike one. No balls and a strike. Gonzalez with her middle of the infield playing back. Corners creeping in. Fouled back for strike two. Alexia Balzan in the on-deck circle. This one's popped up and out of play. Count stays at 0-2. Foul ball hit to the left side. Foul ball hit to the left side. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez gets the strikeout. Her second of the morning. These Lady Tarpons, they ate their Wheaties this morning. They're coming out guns blazing. Pitch upstairs for ball one. Balzan the batter. 2 up, 2 down for Gonzalez, and you know, this is the part we've seen from Allison. When she's on, she can find a rhythm. She goes again for strike one, a ball and one strike. 2 down in the inning. The 1-1. Zoloski grabs it, but it's foul. Coach Longoria breaking out the, looks like she's getting the pitching machines ready. Lady Hounds right here above their home dugout. Now Zoloski, looks like she might have to do some adjustments to her helmet there. But the Lady Hounds camped up. Let's see, where are the Lady Hounds? We'll find them. Yeah, there they are. The Lady Greyhounds. They're preparing for their 1 o'clock game, the championship game here at the round robin. Lady Hounds winning their game both their games yesterday. But definitely a team to be reckoned with. And you see the bleachers there. If you haven't seen it, there's the bleachers above both dugouts on the home side. And then there's the facility in the background. I mean, it's a beautiful view from here. Out here in left field. Now they have the cover over for the fans, and just a couple years ago, half of this wasn't here. No, but these teams adding to their facilities only makes it look much nicer. Coach Wise, yeah, they're probably gonna have to pop a screw in that catcher's helmet. So right now it's a 2-0 PI lead. We're gonna step aside, take a quick break. You're watching Real Sports Live.
See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items.
All right, so Zolowski's mask is revved up and ready to go. A ball and 2 strikes. Gonzalez trying to pick up where she left off. Here's the 1-2. Slapped, and again, no one covering at first. Gonzalez raced to her left, and an infield single. Gotta go back to that PFP right there. Balzan reaches on the infield single. By Gomez, the batter. She's also the designated player, batting 9th in the Pioneer order. So Gomez, the batter. And first pitch is in for strike 1. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Give you a shout out on the air. Port Isabel fans, San Benito fans all tuning in, along with the Pioneer faithful. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Gonzalez comes right back after the infield single. 3 on the morning for Allison Gonzalez. Lady Tarpons lead 2-0. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Vinyl records, that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
It down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down.
Welcome back. Top of the 3rd inning here in San Benito, Texas. Day 2 of the San Benito tournament. Allison Gonzalez leading it off, smacked in a base hit into left field. Allison Gonzalez gets things going. First pitch swinging. She's now 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Not only doing a number in the circle, but at the plate. Selena Marchin now comes to the plate. Swinging on the first pitch to the right side. That's well out of play for strike one. Well, a week ago today, we were on our way to Alice, Texas for a doubleheader. Second straight Saturday, we do a doubleheader. The Lady Cardinals were in the Sweet 16 going up against Converse Judson. And the San Perlita Trojans took on Nordheim. Lady Cardinals falling to Judson and San Perlita beating Nordheim to advance to the regional tournament. That was a week ago today. And throughout the week, multiple stops. This one hit the other way into center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles from the Lady Tarpons. Gonzalez on second. Marching on first. Mary Jane Cantu now comes to the plate, batting fifth in the order. Cantu 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swinging on the first pitch, picked over to first. They'll get the sure out. I don't like that throw. That's gonna score Gonzalez. Right there. Pioneers getting beat at their own game. Port Isabel is using the speeds to put pressure on the base paths against Pioneer. And right there, you know, they just got beat at their own game. You don't want to make that extra throw. You get the sure out at first. As the first baseman, your job is to run in at the runner at third. You don't ever want, you don't have to make that throw. You get the out. Lopez, the shortstop, gets it, fires it over to first. And Zimeno is retired 6-3. 2 outs. Marchin advances to third. So now 2 outs in the inning. April Puente comes to the plate. And a shot here for Pioneer to limit the damage, but Gonzalez added to the lead. Easy 1-3 put out. Stay within yourselves, make the plays, and it's as easy as that. Midway through the third, Pioneer trails 3-0. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Sharyland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
It down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you.
Bottom of the third inning. First pitch for strike one. Flip the lineup card over. Top of the order, Alondra Rodriguez leading it off. A ball and a strike. Fouled back. Rodriguez is 0 for 1. Popped up to the pitcher, Gonzalez. Count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right back to Gonzalez, gets it over to first on the 1-3 putout. Twice Gonzalez has retired Rodriguez on a fly out and on a ground out. Mariana Ale comes to the plate, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Casanova warming up for Pioneer. We'll see what Coach Garcia elects to do. Ball and a strike. He can. It's only 3-0. The game is not out of reach. Pioneer overcame a much larger deficit yesterday and scored 7 runs in an inning. Gandu picks it over to first, gets her by a step, and a good play for Port Isabel, out number 2. PI playing some sound, crisp defense, making the plays. Ball low, a ball and no strikes. Hard hit ball, adios, no doubter. Gotti Lopez with a tape measure home run and puts Pioneer on the board, 3-1. She'll take the tour. Let's go back and take a peek at that replay. Lopez with a no-doubter. Puts Pioneer on the board. Two away in the inning. Monjadas now the batter. Two balls, no strikes. in for strike one, so Pioneer gets on the board in a much needed run. Pioneer scored a run in each of the first 3 innings. Pioneer now getting their first run here in the bottom of the 3rd on a no-doubter from Lopez. Here's the 2-1. That one pulled, but well foul, heads up down the left field line. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Gonzalez answers right back. We've played 3. Pioneer gets 1 back. Port Isabel leads 3-1 as we head to the 4th.
7 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Four, 3 on the putout. Quickly, there's one away. Leo Rios retired on 1 pitch. Cantu now the batter. Top of the 4th inning. First pitch misses. A ball and no strikes. Casanova still warming up here to our right. Now the question mark to see whether she'll come in or not. If Pioneer can rally here and string together a win, they'll have their ace revved up and ready to go. Now she's coming back and she's gonna get back into the dugout. Chopper foul. Casanova though was warming up for quite some time. Looks like she's ready if needed here against the Lady Tarpons. 1-2, half-hearted swing, and that's a strikeout. Quickly 2 outs from Staley, and again I like what the youngster is doing. It's just yielded 3 runs, a solo home run from Gonzalez, sprinkled in with a couple of base hits. Misses for ball 1. the 1-0. Upstairs, ball 2. Staley falling behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Top of the order for Port Isabel. Zoloski. 1 for 2 with a ground out in the first and an RBI single in the second inning. At the knees for a strike. The rest of the Lady Hounds up in the bleachers. Zoloski hits this one to center field. On the run, Balzan, the rangy center fielder, gets the out. Staley retires the side in order. 1-2-3 midway through the 4th. Port Isabel 3, Pioneer 1. You're watching Real Sports Live.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Bottom of the 4th, 3-1 ball game. That team by the Bay, Port Isabel, leading over the outstretched glove. That's going to be a leadoff single. That ball had some smoke on it. So Caitlin Handy gets on board. Faith Nunez, the batter. She represents the tie and run at the plate. Leadoff single for Pioneer. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Nunez, ground ball through the hole. Back-to-back singles for Pioneer. Now all of a sudden, the Lady Diamondbacks have some traffic. Singles from Handy and Nunez. Daniela Ortiz will come to the plate. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. Alexia Balzan in the on-deck circle. Gomez in the hole. Gonzalez deals. Pitch upstairs. Ball 1. A lot of softball action last night throughout the RGV. Squeeze play. The sacrifice is in order. I got a little ahead of myself. I thought the runner was on third. A tad bit ahead of myself. I thought the runner was on third, so they're going with a squeeze, but no, it's the simple sacrifice. My mistake. Sacrifice in order. bunt rolls foul. Pioneer again trying to execute the small ball. Lays down the bunt. Throw over the first baseman's head. A run will score. 2 more will score. We're going to be tied up at 3. And the small ball taking its toll, as Bazan will be standing up on second. We'll credit her with an infield single. She was going to beat that throw out either way. The throw was just high. She'll get credit for an RBI. As Handy comes around to score, Nunez follows on the errant throw. So there are 1 down in the inning. The batter is Gomez. The lone base runner is Bazan. So a run in the 3rd and 2 runs here in the 4th for Pioneer. Again, trying to lay down the bunt. That should be a foul ball, and it is. And Balzan's going to have to head back to second. That ball was fouled off. You know, you have that out to play with. So Pioneer can go back to the small ball. The 0-1. Trying to lay down the bunt again and misses. Count runs 0-2 to Gomez. Rodriguez in the on-deck circle. Top of the order for Pioneer. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The 0-2. Called strike 3 looking. And a picture-perfect pitch from Allison Gonzalez. 2 away. Now Rodriguez comes to the plate. Pioneer coming back and tying this one here in the 4th. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Up correction, that was a strike. That one will land foul. No balls, 2 strikes. To the batter with Rodriguez, 0 for 2. With a pop-up in the 1st and a ground out in the 3rd. Gonzalez, the pitcher, able to retire her on both occasions. The 0-2. This one well foul and out of play. The 0-2. Hard hit ball, but foul. Rodriguez chased that one up in the zone. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. This one hit the other way down the first base line, but foul, and a good at-bat from Rodriguez, really battling in the count here. Trying to give Pioneer their first lead of the morning. Here's the 0-2 from Gonzalez. And again, smacks that one foul. Count stays at 0-2. The 0-2 upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Balzan on second base. A base hit could score the speedy Balzan. Here's the 1-2. And another foul ball back off the netting. A good at bat from Rodriguez. 1-2. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. All tied up at 3. Popped up. Gonzalez calling it off. Makes the catch. Gonzalez wins that round as the 2 locked horns in a lengthy at-bat. Gonzalez retires the side. We've played 4, all knotted up at 3 as we head to the 5th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sharyland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Welcome back. We got a good one here in the top of the 5th inning. Showing bunt. Didn't go around. It's ball 1. Pitch catching the outside corner for strike 1. Two, 3, 4, top of the order for Port Isabel. Laney Mata has an even count, a ball and a strike. Casanova no longer warming up. That one fouled back for strike 2. Staley still in the ball game. Ball and 2 strikes. Count sticks at 1 and 2. Handy picks it, throws it over to first, and an accurate throw and in time. 1 away. Now this brings up Allison Gonzalez, who's had a hot bat this morning. 2 for 2, got the offense going with a solo home run in the first, a single and a run scored in the third. Gonzalez has scored 2 of the 3 runs for PI. She's had Staley's number here in the early going. First pitch misses for a ball. Andrew Cordero making his way here to the park. He covered track and soccer yesterday, and then today he's getting his softball fix. Last year he and I were out here for all 3 days. Hard hit ball back up the middle. Allison Gonzalez, her 3rd hit of the morning. And she is on fire. And now time called from Garcia. He's going to make the change. The sophomore handing it off to the senior. Casanova comes into the game as Port Isabel chases the starter's chases the starter Staley. 4 1/3 for the sophomore. Casanova warming up. Stay tuned, you're watching Real Sports Live.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back. Some defensive substitutions here from Orlando Garcia. We're going to sort this out. Casanova is in the game at pitcher. Reagan Staley is the new right fielder. We know that. Nunez went from right to second base. Don't you love keeping track of the scorecard? So Staley in right, Nunez at second. Trying to figure out who the catcher is. We'll get that to you momentarily. So Casanova in the ball game, picking things up with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. First pitch in for strike 1. Foul tip, no balls, 2 strikes. Casanova gets ahead on the count early, 0-2. Handy still at third, Lopez at short. Nunez is at second. That pitch missing high. Throw down over to first. Casanova sets, deals, misses outside for ball one. Casanova, our player of the game yesterday in their win against PI. Right back to Casanova covering over to second. Double play. 1-6-3 twin killer Casanova keeps the game tied midway through the fifth. 3-3. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth. Three ball game. Strike one. Two, three, four up for Pioneer. Ariana Ale leading it off. That pitch missing for ball one. A ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike. The 2-1. There to make the grab is Marchand. A nice play from the shortstop for out number one. That's a heads-up play there from Marchand. Let's go back and look at the replay. Gaudi Lopez coming to the plate. She got a good jump on it. Made the grab. One out, Lopez at the plate. First pitch for strike one. Lopez 2 for 2, a single in the first, a solo shot in the third to get Pioneer on the board. Lopez, a hard hit ball. That's her third hit of the morning. Lopez rounding first, headed for second. That's going to be a one-out double for Gaudi Lopez. Now the go-ahead run is aboard. Monjaras now the batter. Strike one. One for two is Kayla with a single in the first and a strikeout in the third. Bottom of the fifth inning. 3-3 ball game. PI and Pioneer. The winner will play San Benito at 1 o'clock. Swing and miss. Throw down to third. Lopez slides in safely. A ball and a strike. I think they're going to check the count. Now they're going to say it's 0-2. Coach Dano Wise having a chat with the home plate umpire. Just making sure the call's right. I had 1-1, so did the scoreboard here to our left. But it's gonna be no balls and 2 strikes. The lead run on third. That's Lopez. Chases that one out of the zone. On the rise ball for the strikeout. That's a big out for Port Isabel. 2 away. Caitlin Handy now the batter. Handy swinging on the first pitch. This one's going to be in the gap. Lopez is going to score. Handy gets the RBI single and gives Pioneer their first lead of the morning. RBI single from Handy with 2 outs. Now Pioneer has their first lead. Strike one. With this game in the 5th, the Lady Hounds are up and off the bleachers. Are off to go get their warm-ups underway. This game far from over. Here's the 0-2. Gonzalez again with another strong performance in the circle. Here's the 0-2. This one hit the other way. That's going to fall in for an opposite field single. Runners are going to be on the corners, first and third. And Handy's going to take home. Play at second. Now they're going to try for 3. The ball gets past the center fielder. And the run's going to come across to score. It's going to be 6-3 Pioneer. Just a couple of errant throws. The ball going underneath the glove of Mata in center allowed the second run to come across and score. So Nunez was aboard on a single and wound up rounding the base paths and scoring. Off of the throwing errors. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 fouled back for strike 2. Now Pioneer, they're in a comfortable spot here. They can ride Casanova into the final 2 innings. Ground ball picked at second, over to first in time, out number 3. Pioneer battles back. They add 3 more. They lead 6-3 as we head to the 6th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sharyland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sharyland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And he throws.
Welcome back. Top of the 6th inning. Lady Greyhounds hosting their 2nd tournament. Last year was the first year that San Benito hosted the tournament. Right to Staley. That's as easy as it gets. Mary Jane Cantu is retired. Alana Zimeno now comes to the plate. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We'll give you a shout out on the air. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And last night I got to sit and watch the second half of the San Perlita game on the big screen. I said, hey, this is like watching TV. I didn't actually ever got to actually sit and watch a game live. It looks pretty cool. The 1-0 fouled back. Ball and a strike. Casanova goes to the off speed, misses outside for ball 2. Day 2 of the tournament here in San Benito. Last year was a 3-day tour. I know I had a blast. I was very tired on that Saturday drive home. Rolled out the red carpet Thursday, did 3 of 4 games on Thursday, 3 of 4 again on Friday, and then the 3rd place game on Saturday and the 1st place game right after. And Pioneer, a couple outs away from going back to that championship again. Pioneer last year, they played Lyford in that championship game, and you know, like we said before, like, yes, Lyford won the tournament and we knew what to expect with the Lady Bulldogs. But Pioneer really, they stole the show last year. They made some strides, some very good strides. The 3-2 hit the other way. Nunez chasing it down, falls in for a base hit. That's a 1-out single for Zimeno. April Puente now the batter. Pitch in for strike one. Pitch misses, a ball and a strike. Casanova coming in the game for Staley. Pitched well again, was the sophomore. One ball, two strikes. The 1-2 popped up to the left side. In and out of the glove and foul grounds. Would have been out number 2. April Puente is going to have another crack at it. Monjaras had that ball in her glove. Just squeaked out the last second. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes. Strike 3, out number 2. Casanova gets the strikeout. Rios the batter. No balls and a strike. Championship game slated to start at 1 o'clock. Pitch outside for ball 1, a ball and a strike. Rios the batter, 0 for 1, a ground out in the 4th, reached on a fielder's choice and scored a run. Handy, the third baseman, picks it over to first and in time for out number 3. Midway through the 6th, Pioneer leads 6-3. You're watching Real Sports Live.
See you later, touchdown.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-sized cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD.
Bottom of the 6th, 6-3. Pioneer lead. Eight, 9-1 in the lineup. Alexia Balzan leading it off. The 0-1 from Gonzalez. Balzan pops this one up, giving chase in and out of the glove. That's a fair ball, and that's going to be recorded as an E9. Gomez, the batter. Or rather, excuse me, that's Casanova. She's filling in the DP spot. Casanova lays down the bunt. Sacrifice in order. And you give the tip of the hat to the pitcher right there. Casanova helping out her own cause on the sacrifice bunt. Well executed by the senior Casanova, and the runner Balzan is now in scoring position. You flip things over to the top of the lineup. Alondra Rodriguez due for a hit. She's 0 for 3. Swings on the first pitch, slaps this one the other way. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Balzan's going to come around to score. That's going to be an RBI triple for Rodriguez. The ball not thrown in. And Rodriguez just heads up base running. Wounds up rounding the bases. So 2 runs come across to score. It's now 8-3 Pioneer. First pitch misses for a ball. The bases are cleared. A ball and no strikes. Pitch misses, 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0, and for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Chopper down to the third base side. Cantu picks it over to first and in time for out number 2. This brings up Gotti Lopez with 2 down. First pitch in for ball 1. A ball and no strikes. To the sophomore, cranked a home run earlier in this one. She has 3 hits. Ground ball to the shortstop, Marchin over to first. Gets her by a step. We head to the 7th. Pioneer leads 8-3. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Real Sports Live.
HCISD.org.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back To the top of the 7th, Casanova in the circle, looking to seal the deal. In for strike one. No balls and a strike. One ball, one strike, the count goes even. In and out of the glove. And the runner's going to be safe on first. That was Cantu. Reaches on an E3. Solosky now the batter. First pitch is high for ball one. A ball and no strikes. In the dirt for ball two. Count runs, 2 balls, no strikes. Two balls and a strike. The pitch picked by Nunez over to second, and in time gets the out at second. One down in the inning. So Zalowski reaches on the fielder's choice. Laney Mata the batter. So stick around for our player of the game along with highlights as we move towards a conclusion here at the San Benito tournament. Outside of a rally from Port Isabel, looks like we will have the Lady Diamondbacks squaring off against San Benito in what will be a fun rematch. That one's slated to start at 1 o'clock, so we'll, depending on how this one wraps up, we should have about an hour and change to prep for that one. So stay tuned, settle in wherever you may be watching. And again, it's a beautiful day. It's the wind still, you know, the wind's kind of slowed down just a little bit, but it's still here. Not as crazy as it has been, but again, we're looking at a rematch between Pioneer and San Benito, and that game was the last game of the day yesterday, and that one lived up to the billing. Just a shade under 3 hours, a 2.5 marathon, back and forth. Pioneer had that one big 7-run inning, and San Benito chipped away. A run here, a run there. Then came the 2-run shot from Faith Rodriguez and a couple of insurance runs. I'm excited to see Casanova and Delgado go toe-to-toe. That's going to be a heck of a matchup right there. It's in for a strike. For out number 2, it's a strikeout. Two away, Allison Gonzalez comes to the plate. She's 3 for 3 with a home run and 2 runs scored. She's definitely played extremely well here this morning. Got her team off to a good start with that solo home run. Now a little chat in the circle. So the runner on first for Port Isabel. Pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. The pitch, Gonzalez sends this one, camping under it for the catch and the out. And that's the ball game. Sharyland Pioneer wins this one 8-3. They will now have a date with San Benito in a rematch and for the tournament championship. So our player of the game, sophomore Gotti Lopez, goes 3 for 4. A double, a single, a home run, 2 runs scored. Gotti Lopez, our Real Sports Live player of the game. And stay tuned as we will have the championship game at 1 o'clock. Hey, I'm hoping it's a Casanova versus Delgado matchup, power versus power. First pitch scheduled for 1 o'clock. Want to thank everyone for tuning in. Shout out to the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons for coming out to the tournament. Coach Dano Wise, always good to us down at Port Isabel, along with Coach Tony V. Shout out to all the Tarpon fans. We will see you all very soon. On the flip side, Lady Diamondback fans, Lady Greyhound fans, buckle up. We got a good one. We'll be back for the 1 o'clock first pitch. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Real Sports.